The next word is gang. Gang means a group of people, often involved in criminal activities. The police arrested a gang of thieves. This means the police caught a group of people who stole things. He joined a street gang when he was young. This means he became part of a group that caused trouble in the streets. The gang planned the robbery carefully. This means the group made detailed plans to steal something. The next word is gardener. Gardener means a person whose job or hobby is taking care of plants and gardens. The gardener waters the flowers every morning. This means the person gives water to the plants daily. They hired a gardener to look after the backyard. This means they paid someone to care for the garden behind the house. My grandfather is a great gardener. This means he is very good at growing and taking care of plants. The next word is gardening. Gardening means the activity of growing and taking care of plants. She enjoys gardening in her free time. This means she likes planting and caring for flowers or vegetables. Gardening is relaxing and fun. This means taking care of a garden helps people feel calm and happy. He spends every weekend gardening. This means he works in the garden every Saturday and Sunday. The next word is gather. Gather means to collect things or bring people together. She gathered flowers from the field. This means she picked several flowers from the open area. They gathered for a family meeting. This means they came together to talk as a family. He gathered his books before leaving school. This means he collected his books to get ready to go home. The next phrase is gaze at. Gaze at means to look at something for a long time. She gazed at the stars. This means she looked at the stars for a long time. He stood and gazed at the painting. This means he looked at the artwork with interest. The children gazed at the fireworks. This means they watched the lights in the sky closely. The next phrase is gaze into. Gaze into means to look deeply inside something, often with focus or thought. He gazed into her eyes. This means he looked at her eyes with deep feeling. She gazed into the dark forest. This means she looked deep into the trees. The boy gazed into the mirror. This means he looked at his reflection carefully. The next phrase is gaze out of. Gaze out of means to look through an opening like a window. She gazed out of the window. This means she looked outside through the window. He gazed out of the car during the ride. This means he looked outside while traveling in the car. The cat sat by the door, gazing out of it. This means the cat looked outside through the open space. The next word is gear. Gear means a tool or equipment used for a specific purpose. He put on his gear before going climbing. This means he wore the necessary equipment for the activity. The bike needs new gears. This means the bicycle requires new parts that help it move. They used special gear for the expedition. This means they used specific equipment for their journey. The next word is gender. Gender means the state of being male, female, or other social roles associated with them. In many cultures, gender roles are clearly defined. This means societies have clear expectations for people based on whether they are male or female. She studied gender equality in university. This means she focused on equal rights for men and women. The teacher asked about gender in the survey. This means the teacher wanted to know if students are male or female. The next word is generate. Generate means to produce or create something. The wind can generate electricity in windmills. This means the wind can create energy by turning the blades of a windmill. She wanted to generate new ideas for the project. This means she wanted to create or think of new ideas. The company plans to generate more profit this year. This means the company wants to make more money. The next word is generosity. Generosity means the willingness to give or share with others. Her generosity helped the poor families. This means she gave freely to help those in need. Generosity is an important value in many cultures. This means being kind and giving is highly valued in many societies. He showed great generosity by donating to charity. This means he was very giving when he contributed money to help others. The next word is generously. Generously means in a way that shows kindness and willingness to give. She generously offered to help me with my homework. This means she was kind and willing to assist me. He generously shared his food with others. This means he gave his food to people without holding back. The company generously donated supplies to the community. This means the company gave a large amount of supplies to help others. The next word is genetics. Genetics means the study of genes and heredity. or the inherited characteristics of living things. He is studying genetics at university. This means he is learning about genes and how traits are passed down. Genetics play a big role in determining eye color. This means inherited genes affect the color of one's eyes. The doctor explained genetics to the students. This means the doctor taught about genes and inheritance. The next word is gentleman. Gentleman means a man who behaves in a polite, kind, and respectful way. He is a true gentleman, always polite and helpful. This means he is a man who always shows kindness and respect. The gentleman opened the door for the lady. This means the man showed good manners by holding the door. She was impressed by his behavior. He was a real gentleman. This means she admired how polite and respectful he was. The next word is gently. Gently means in a kind, soft, or careful way. She gently rocked the baby to sleep. This means she moved the baby in a calm and careful way. He gently touched the broken glass to avoid cutting himself. This means he touched it carefully so as not to hurt himself. The wind blew gently through the trees. This means the wind moved in a soft and mild way. The next word is genuine. Genuine means real or authentic, not fake or false. She gave me a genuine smile when we met. This means her smile was sincere and not forced. He has a genuine interest in helping others. This means he truly cares about helping people. The watch is made of genuine leather. This means the leather is real, not artificial. The next word is genuinely. Genuinely means in a way that is sincere or real. She was genuinely surprised by the gift. This means she was truly and honestly surprised. He genuinely cares about his friends. This means he truly cares and is not pretending. The fans were genuinely excited for the concert. This means the excitement of the fans was real and not fake. The next phrase is get across something across. Get across means to communicate or express an idea clearly. He tried to get his point across during the meeting. This means he tried to explain his idea clearly to others. She got her feelings across in the letter. This means she expressed her emotions clearly in the letter. It's hard to get across the importance of the issue. This means it is difficult to make people understand how important it is. The next phrase is get at something. Get at means to approach or try to understand something. I don't know what he's trying to get at. This means I don't understand what he's trying to say or point out. She couldn't figure out what the teacher was getting at. This means she couldn't understand the teacher's main point. What exactly are you getting at with this story? This means what is the main point or message of the story? The next phrase is get away. Get away means to escape or leave a place. They decided to get away for the weekend. This means they chose to leave for a short trip. She wants to get away from the city for a while. This means she wants to leave the busy city and relax somewhere else. He needed to get away after a stressful week. This means he wanted to leave for a break due to stress. The next phrase is get away with something. Get away with something means to do something wrong or illegal without being caught or punished. He got away with cheating on the test. This means he cheated, did not get caught. She thought she could get away with lying, but she was caught. This means she believed she could lie without consequences, but she was caught in the lie. The thief got away with the stolen money. This means the thief took the money and wasn't caught. The next phrase is get down to something. Get down to something means to start focusing on something important or serious. Let's get down to business and start the meeting. This means let's stop talking about other things and start discussing the important topics. He finally got down to writing his essay. This means he began to focus on writing his essay after delays. We need to get down to solving the problem. This means we need to start focusing on finding a solution. The next phrase is get hold of something. Get hold of something means to obtain or find something. I need to get hold of a copy of the report. This means I need to obtain or find the report. She couldn't get hold of the information she needed. This means she was unable to find or obtain the information. He finally got hold of the keys to the car. This means he managed to find or obtain the car keys. The next phrase is get hold of somebody. Get hold of somebody means to contact or reach someone. I need to get hold of my friend to confirm the details. This means I need to contact my friend. She couldn't get hold of her boss all afternoon. This means she was unable to reach her boss. I'll try to get hold of him tomorrow. This means I will attempt to contact him the next day. The next phrase is get into something. Get into something means to start or become involved in an activity or subject. She got into painting during her free time. This means she started painting as a hobby. He got into trouble after breaking the rules. This means he became involved in a bad situation because of his actions. I'm not sure how to get into the topic of politics. This means I'm not sure how to start discussing politics. The next phrase is get on somebody's nerves. Get on somebody's nerves means to annoy or irritate someone. His loud music really gets on my nerves. This means his music bothers me a lot. She was getting on my nerves with all her complaining. This means her constant complaining was irritating me. The constant noise outside is getting on my nerves. This means the noise is making me feel annoyed. The next phrase is get on with something. Get on with something means to continue or make progress with a task or activity. Let's get on with the project and finish it today. This means let's continue working on the project to complete it. She's getting on with her studies. This means she is making progress with her school work. We need to get on with the preparations for the party. This means we need to continue working on the party plans. The next phrase is get out of something. Get out of something means to avoid doing something or to escape from a situation. He tried to get out of doing the homework by making excuses. This means he attempted to avoid doing his homework. She got out of going to the meeting because she was sick. This means she avoided attending the meeting due to illness. They managed to get out of paying the bill. This means they found a way to avoid paying the bill. The next phrase is get out of doing something. Get out of doing something means to avoid doing something you are supposed to do. He tried to get out of doing the chores by pretending to be busy. This means he tried to avoid doing his tasks by making excuses. She managed to get out of going to the meeting. This means she found a way to avoid attending the meeting. They got out of cleaning the house because they had guests. This means they avoided cleaning by using the excuse of having guests. The next phrase is get over something. Get over something means to recover from an emotional or physical setback. She took a long time to get over her illness. This means she needed a while to recover from being sick. It was hard for him to get over the loss of his pet. This means it was difficult for him to emotionally recover after losing his pet. She finally got over the breakup and started dating again. This means she recovered emotionally from the breakup. The next phrase is get over somebody. Get over somebody means to stop feeling upset or emotional about someone, especially after a breakup. It took her months to get over him. This means it took her a long time to stop thinking about or feeling hurt by him. He couldn't get over his ex-girlfriend. This means he still had strong feelings for his ex-girlfriend even after they broke up. She finally got over him and moved on with her life. This means she stopped thinking about him and started focusing on other things. The next phrase is get round to something. Get round to something means to finally start doing something after delaying it. I've been meaning to get round to cleaning the garage. This means I've been planning to clean the garage but haven't started yet. He didn't get round to finishing the report. This means he didn't manage to start or complete the report. She finally got round to fixing the leaky faucet. This means she eventually started fixing the problem with the faucet. The next phrase is get somebody down. Get somebody down means to make someone feel sad or discouraged. The bad news really got him down. This means the news made him feel sad. Her constant complaining was getting me down. This means her complaints were making me feel discouraged. The gloomy weather can get people down. This means the weather can make people feel sad or depressed. The next phrase is get somebody to do something. Get somebody to do something means to persuade or ask someone to do something. He got his brother to help him with the homework. This means he persuaded or asked his brother to assist with the homework. She got me to join her in the charity event. This means she convinced or asked me to participate in the charity event. They got their children to clean their rooms. This means they persuaded their children to do the cleaning. The next phrase is get something to do something. Get something to do something means to make something perform an action or achieve a result. She got the machine to work by pressing a button. This means she made the machine start working by pressing the button. He got the car to start after fixing the engine. This means he made the car start by repairing it. They got the computer to run faster by upgrading the software. This means they made the computer work better by improving the software. The next phrase is get the feeling. Get the feeling means to have an intuition or sense about something. I get the feeling that she's not telling the truth. This means I have a sense or intuition that she might be lying. He got the feeling that something bad was going to happen. This means he had a sense that something negative was about to occur. She got the feeling that they were hiding something from her. This means she felt that they were keeping secrets from her. The next phrase is get the idea. Get the idea means to understand or grasp the concept of something. I think I get the idea of how this machine works now. This means I understand how the machine operates. She didn't get the idea behind the new policy. This means she didn't understand the purpose or concept of the policy. He quickly got the idea of the game and started playing. This means he understood how to play the game after being shown. The next phrase is get the impression. Get the impression means to form an opinion or belief about something based on limited information. I got the impression that he was upset with me. This means I thought he was angry or unhappy based on his behavior. She got the impression that the meeting was going well. This means she believed the meeting was successful based on how it went. He got the impression that the job was more difficult than it seemed. This means he thought the job would be harder based on what he saw or heard. The next phrase is get through something. Get through something means to finish or survive something, often something difficult. She finally got through the difficult exam. This means she completed or survived the tough exam. It took me hours to get through the book. This means I finished reading the book after spending a lot of time on it. He got through the long meeting without saying much. This means he managed to endure the meeting without participating much. The next phrase is get to. Get to means to arrive at a place or opportunity. We didn't get to the concert on time. This means we arrived late to the concert. I finally got to the front of the line. This means I reached the front after waiting in line. You'll get to meet the director at the event. This means you will have the opportunity to meet the director. The next phrase is get to do something. Get to do something means to have the opportunity or permission to do something. I get to travel to Paris next month. This means I have the chance or permission to go to Paris. She gets to work from home every Friday. This means she has the opportunity to work from home on Fridays. He gets to speak at the conference next week. This means he has the opportunity to give a speech at the conference. The next phrase is get up. Get up means to rise from a lying or sitting position, especially in the morning. I get up at 7 a.m. every day. This means I wake up and leave my bed at 7 a.m. She gets up early to exercise before work. This means she wakes up early to do physical activity before going to work. He didn't get up from the couch all day. This means he stayed sitting or lying on the couch all day. The next phrase is give a performance. Give a performance means to perform or present something in front of an audience, such as acting, singing, or dancing. She gave a fantastic performance at the concert. This means she performed very well in front of the audience. He gave a performance at the theater last night. This means he performed in a play or show for the audience. They gave a performance to raise money for charity. This means they performed to help collect money for a good cause. The next phrase is give a speech. Give a speech means to deliver a formal talk or presentation to an audience. The president will give a speech at the conference tomorrow. This means the president will speak to the audience at the conference. She gave an inspiring speech about overcoming challenges. This means she delivered a motivating talk on dealing with difficulties. He gave a speech at his graduation ceremony. This means he spoke to the audience at his graduation. The next phrase is give birth. Give birth means to produce or bring a child into the world. She gave birth to a baby boy last week. This means she had a child, a boy, last week. The mother gave birth after many hours of labor. This means the mother delivered the baby after a long period of time. They are planning to give birth in a hospital next month. This means they are preparing for the baby to be born in a hospital. The next phrase is give up. Give up means to stop trying or surrender after failing or facing difficulties. She didn't give up even after many failures. This means she kept trying despite failing multiple times. I'm not going to give up on my dreams. This means I won't stop trying to achieve my goals. He gave up on the project because it was too difficult. This means he stopped working on the project because it was too challenging. The next noun is glance. Glance means a quick or brief look at something. He took a glance at his watch to check the time. This means he quickly looked at his watch. She gave a quick glance at the newspaper before leaving. This means she looked at the newspaper briefly before leaving. A glance at the menu was enough to decide what to order. This means a quick look at the menu helped her choose what to eat. The next phrase is glance at. Glance at means to look at something quickly and briefly. She glanced at the clock to see if she was late. This means she looked at the clock for a short moment to check the time. He glanced at the book but didn't read it. This means he looked at the book briefly without reading it. They glanced at each other during the meeting. This means they quickly looked at each other during the meeting. The next phrase is glance over. Glance over means to look at something briefly, often without paying much attention to detail. He glanced over the report before submitting it. This means he quickly looked at the report but didn't examine it closely. She glanced over the notes before the test. This means she quickly reviewed the notes without going into detail. I glanced over the instructions but didn't fully read them. This means I looked at the instructions briefly without reading everything. The next phrase is glance through. Glance through means to look at something quickly and briefly, often without reading or examining everything. She glanced through the magazine while waiting for her appointment. This means she quickly looked at the magazine without reading it in detail. He glanced through the email, but didn't respond immediately. This means he looked at the email briefly, but didn't reply right away. I glanced through the book to get an idea of the content. This means I quickly skimmed the book to understand what it's about. The next word is global. Global means relating to the whole world or something that affects the entire world. The company has a global presence with offices in many countries. This means the company operates in many countries around the world. Global issues like climate change affect everyone on Earth. This means problems that affect the entire world impact all people. He is studying global politics at the university. This means he is studying politics that concern the whole world. The next phrase is global warming. Global warming refers to the long-term increase in Earth's temperature caused by human activities, such as burning fossil fuels. Scientists are working to prevent global warming by reducing emissions. This means scientists are trying to stop the increase in Earth's temperature. Global warming is causing ice caps to melt and sea levels to rise. This means the rise in Earth's temperature is leading to the melting of ice and rising oceans. The debate about global warming continues to grow in importance. This means discussions about global warming are becoming more urgent and widespread. The next word is globally. Globally means in a way that relates to or affects the entire world. The company is known globally for its innovative products. This means the company is recognized all over the world for its new ideas. Globally, people are becoming more aware of environmental issues. This means people around the world are becoming more concerned about the environment. The problem of poverty exists globally, not just in one country. This means poverty is an issue that affects people all over the world. The next phrase is go ahead. Go ahead means to proceed or continue with something, often after receiving permission or encouragement. You can go ahead and start the meeting now. This means you can begin the meeting now. He asked if he could go ahead with the project, and his boss agreed. This means he asked for permission to start the project, and his boss said yes. She decided to go ahead with the plans for the event. This means she chose to continue with her plans for the event. The next phrase is go blank. Go blank means to suddenly forget or be unable to remember something, especially during a moment when you need it. During the exam, my mind went blank and I couldn't answer the question. This means I suddenly forgot the answer to the question during the exam. She went blank when asked about her project in the meeting. This means she forgot what to say when asked about her project. I can't believe my mind went blank during the interview. This means I couldn't remember anything important during the interview. The next phrase is go by. Go by means to pass or elapse, especially when referring to time or events. The days go by so quickly when you're having fun. This means time passes quickly when you're enjoying yourself. The weekend went by in a flash. This means the weekend passed very quickly. As the years go by, technology keeps advancing. This means as time passes, technology continues to improve. The next phrase is go down with something. Go down with something means to become ill with a particular illness or condition. She went down with the flu last week and had to rest at home. This means she became sick with the flu and needed to stay home to recover. Several people at work went down with a cold. This means many people at work became sick with a cold. He went down with a headache after staying up too late. This means he became ill with a headache because he didn't get enough sleep. The next phrase is go into detail S. Go into details S means to explain something thoroughly, providing specific information or examples. The professor went into detail about the causes of the war. This means the professor explained the reasons for the war in depth. Can you go into details about the project timeline? This means can you explain the project schedule more clearly? She didn't go into details about her plans for the weekend. This means she didn't explain her weekend plans in detail. The next phrase is go off something. Go off something means to stop liking or being interested in something or someone. He used to like that band, but now he's gone off them. This means he no longer likes that band. She's gone off her diet and is eating unhealthy food again. This means she stopped following her diet and is now eating foods that aren't healthy. I've gone off that TV show because it's getting boring. This means I no longer like the show because it has become uninteresting. The next phrase is go off somebody. Go off somebody means to stop liking or having positive feelings for someone. She went off him after he lied to her. This means she no longer liked him after he was dishonest with her. He's gone off his friend because of their argument. This means he no longer wants to be friends with someone due to a disagreement. I think she's gone off me since I didn't invite her to the party. This means I think she doesn't like me anymore because I didn't ask her to the event. The next phrase is go over something. Go over something means to review or examine something carefully. Let's go over the report before the meeting starts. This means let's review the report carefully before the meeting begins. She went over the instructions several times to make sure she understood them. This means she checked the instructions multiple times to be sure she understood. We need to go over the budget and make some adjustments. This means we need to review the budget and change it if needed.